All right, hey, welcome everybody to the Bowling Fool stream. This is our fourth stream. I did it again for some weird reason. Is when I was getting this all set up, I put horizontal view, and I go to horizontal when I go live, and then it just goes right back to vertical. So I don't know what the hell's going on here. I'm gonna wait till we get a few people in here. All right, let me know if you guys are in the live yet. We'll wait a few minutes for everybody to get in. We've got a full night tonight, our fourth stream so far. Rock and roll. What up, not Mr. Tibbs? Thank you for joining. Yeah, so I had the I went live, and before I went live, I hit the vertical mode. The horizontal mode, and then when I went to hit live, it said flip it back to vertical. So I don't know what's going on. The thing that sucks, I have to redo the whole damn thing. So hopefully people will find their way into the live stream here. How's the sound going? Okay. Yeah, it sucks. I have it all. I have the thumbnail all saved and everything, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, I got to redo everything. There we go. Now we're getting some people on. Thanks for finding the live stream. Sorry that if you guys were waiting for my stream, it got all messed up. So this is my fourth live stream. I'm trying to still figure it out. So sorry, guys. Like I said, when I went to go live, I chose the horizontal mode, and then when I went live, it said flip it back to vertical, and I couldn't change it. Only in the beginning I could, so I had to redo the whole thing. So apologize, everybody. So it's a night stream. We're gonna be. I've been busy today. I've been plugging some balls. So I went bowling last night, and actually went rolling with the Primal Rage Evolution here. And I had the pin and ring finger layout. This was drilled up by my PSO last year. I got this right when it came out, and decided that I don't like it anymore. I didn't really love it to begin with. It was really kind of finicky, and I had put different surfaces on it, sanded it, polished it. I put it to every single surface I could think of, and it just doesn't jive with my style. I could probably plug it up and do a different layout, but I'm just going to plug it up and make room for a new ball or new balls. What's up, Joey? How you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream, man. And the problem that I had with this ball was, if you can see that, I'll try to put it up there where you can see it. The bridge that the PSO drilled was 1/8. Super narrow. I think he was trying to experiment with just doing a different kind of layout. I know the PBA pros do like a 1/8 layout. So I went to drill out the holes to make them bigger. Well, first of all, when I saw when I took the inserts out, I took the inserts out to replace them, because I used the inserts that have the knobbies on the fingers. And the other ones that I had in there were the smooth. I didn't really like the smooth, so I changed out all my balls to have the knobs on them. And when I took these out, there was a hole in the very bottom of that. And I was like, damn. So I did the measurement on the bridge and it was 1/8. So I knew it was going to be tricky when I went to plug this. So if you can see how close I got that, I'm going to see just how close I got this thing. What's up, Grumpa? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining, my friend. So this one, I was afraid, yeah, 0.07 on the bridge. So I was afraid I was going to crack the bridge, but somehow miraculously I spared it. And I'm going to be plugging this. So I plugged half of the thumb today. And then I'm going to plug the, I might plug this, if we have time in the end of the stream, I'll finish the plug on here. The only bummer is I'm going to try to sell this if I can. The only bummer is the thumb is right into the logo, the label, and the pin is drilled right into the ring finger. So I don't know if I'm going to have any luck trying to sell that ball, but we'll see. I'll put it up for sale. I know a lot of people like motives and they look for motives, so I may have to just draw a little green dot there once I plug it up to let people know where the pin is. So this ball is on the chopping block. I no longer want that ball. And then the other one that's kind of finicky for me is, what's up, Too Tall? How you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for showing love. Smash a like, everybody, if you haven't already. This is another one that I'm going to get rid of. I kind of got this on a whim. This is the Real Time. I don't know if anybody out there has the Ebonite Real Time. It was a good deal. I think I paid like 120, actually 120 bucks. I think it was on Gebhardt's, or 125 bucks. It was dirt cheap. And I heard a lot of really good reviews about it. Ron Hicklin said when this came out, he bought 3 of them. He has different layouts for all 3 of them. Well, this ball just doesn't work for me. Like I said, I've sanded this, I polished it, I've done everything I can. What was my layout on this? I didn't do anything super crazy. My layout was 60 by 4.5 by 30. So it's a strong ball. It's a really strong ball. And for the lanes I bowl in, it's just, I got to polish the heck out of this. So this wasn't really one of my favorite balls, so I decided to plug it up. So like I said, I did half the clear plug this morning, and I'll be finishing that, and then I'll get the fingers later. So 2 gone, and then I'll make room for more balls, perhaps mystery balls. We'll find out. What's up, Trevor? Welcome to the stream, my friend. All right. Hey, yeah, Too Tall. You're bowling league tonight, but wanted to show pop up and support. Thanks, Too Tall. Yeah, I know a lot of people are starting league this week, and we got to kind of have to work on a time or a day change or do something, because my league starts in the beginning of September. I think September 10th is when my league starts. And then the meeting's like a week before or something like that. So, and that's those are on Wednesdays. I don't do any other leagues, so it's mainly for me, it's Wednesday night. But I know a lot of people out there, you have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are the main days for leagues. So we'll try to figure it out. Maybe I'll go a little hour early, who knows, if I'm not working. I wasn't working today, so it worked out great. All right, Genimus Fulio, watching love. We'll be home in a jiffy. Thank you, thank you. And then another thing I got in the mail today too, check it out. So if you guys watched my videos before, my old one cracked on me. And I did a whole video with the warranty and all that stuff and how to get a warranty on a ball. Well, like I said, Track didn't have this ball in stock, which I'm surprised they don't have any in back stock. They're completely out. So I got the Paragon Shadow. But I like this ball so much that I went on eBay to look at them. And the brand new ones are $200 to $209. And I was like, damn, I don't want to pay that much money, because you're not getting a warranty, because you're buying it secondhand. Even though it's new in the box, you're not getting the warranty, and you don't know how the person stored it. And knowing my luck, I'll probably drill it up and it would crack on me as soon as I drilled the thumb or something like that. So I saw this on eBay. It had the traditional drill, the fingers and the thumb. And I'm like, for $25, this was 25 bucks, 15 bucks shipping. And I got it from a guy on the East Coast. I was like, what the hell? Buy it's 25 bucks. And it looked like really condition. And the cool thing about being an all black ball is I could just, it's an easy plug job, just black, like the easiest plug you can do because black is black. You don't have to match any colors. And I probably won't even be able to tell it's been plugged once I get it plugged. So yeah, and this had the Vice IT or ITS in it, and that's the first time I've ever seen that in person. So it's kind of weird. I'm going to be doing a video on this, kind of like my goal for this ball is to do, you know, like an eBay $25 to a brand new ball again. And just to show you guys that you don't have to spend $150 to $200 on a bowling ball if you have this stuff here, like a pro shop like I do. This is where all the cost comes in, by the way. But I'm going to be doing a video, probably post it probably this week or next, maybe the weekend, and just show you what you can do with a used ball. I threw this in the oven today for 2 hours. And let's just put it this way. The previous owner, I don't think ever cleaned this ball. And that'll be in a video that I post on there. And it's the first time I used the torch too. So that was pretty cool. I got rid of all the bubbles and it actually hardened really fast. So pretty excited about that. A couple things I wanted to talk about with you guys. I have a lot of you guys are buying, you're watching my videos. I appreciate it. You guys are out buying used drill presses. And then I'm getting a lot of emails from you guys saying, hey, this drill press is doing this and doing that. Like what I recommend, and I said in the last video too, if I was to do it all over again, I would get a used press. So I wanted to clarify that. I would get a used press, but you've got to make sure that it's 100% in working order with zero run out, right? So one of the reasons I got that press was because I didn't want to wait. I was looking on Facebook Marketplace and nothing really good was coming up. If you have the patience to wait, right, for a drill press, in you know maybe a week from now, one comes up for sale and it's a really good deal. You go and check it out and everything works good. There was somebody that was selling a couple weeks ago here in Napa. There was somebody that was selling a Win. It's a $750 drill press at Home Depot. It was brand new. They wanted 100. It was like 100 or 150. I think it was $150 they were selling it for. It was the floor drill press. And I could tell by the pictures that this sucker was brand new, like barely used. So those are the kind of deals I'm talking about. Like those, they don't come up very often, but when they do, you need to grab it. And even though I had my own drill press, I contacted the lady. I said, hey, do you still have the drill press? And this was within like an hour or two after she posted it, sale pending. So it was like, the good deals come, but you have to be on it like that. You got to be willing to just go grab it. I was just going to get it just to have a spare drill press. I mean, that's how good of a deal this thing was. Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. Not Mr. Tips. When the Bowling Fool says oven, he means the genuine ball reviver. Yeah. So I've got the innovative ball reviver, right? It's like a dehydrator. It's pretty much the same thing as a dehydrating oven. So it takes up to 140 degrees and it just bleeds the oil out of the ball. Thanks for clarifying me on that. I actually said that on the video too. I'm like, an oven. I was trying to think in my head, what? It's not an oven, it's a freaking reviver. Yeah. So yeah, with the drill press, some of you guys are, I mean, I've seen a couple of you guys are buying just absolute straight garbage drill presses, and I'm seeing it because you guys are emailing me and sending me pictures. I'm like, oh God, like this thing, some of those I wouldn't even take I wouldn't even give $10 for. So one thing I just want to clarify with you guys is if you get a brand new drill press or a mill press, you don't really have to worry too much about run out because it's brand new from the factory. Now, there are certain cases where, like my very first drill press that I got, when I brought it home, there was damage in the box, like it got hit with a forklift. And when I turned it on, the run out, and I tested the run out, and the run out was just absolute garbage. So that was a damage from the shipping process, which no fault of theirs. So I sent it back and got a brand new one that had it had a little bit of run out with the chuck. Let's see, the chuck they give you, I think I still have it in here. So I've got the brand new chuck that came with the drill press, and it's a keyed chuck, right? So this thing's brand new. But if you get a drill press, you can use a keyed chuck. Just know that these are not going to be as good a run out as a Jacobs chuck, a Lambrick chuck, an Albrecht chuck. All those keyless chucks, they're not going to be good. And if I hook this up there and I test a run out, it's going to be like 0.1 thousandths. It's not going to be very good. So I didn't even bother putting this in, because when I'm drilling stuff, I want preciseness. I want absolute preciseness. That's just how I operate. I don't want any kind of slop in my stuff. And another thing I did too, if some of you guys watch some of my other videos about the drilling, is I went out and I bought keyless chucks from Amazon. I bought I think I went through 3 of them, all different kinds. I spent anywhere from $35 to $150, and none of them had good run out. I sent them all back. Of course, I got them all on Amazon, but I wanted to see if any of them were good. And the Win was like $35, and those are hit and miss with accuracy. Most of those are all made in China. I just don't think the quality is standard of making those metal parts, especially for $35. It's not going to be the best, like a Lambrick, which is made in Spain. Very high tolerances. This stuff is used on medical devices. So same with Jacobs. Jacobs, I ended up buying a newer Jacobs chuck. Those things are used in medical machines. So anything that's pretty much designed for a medical machine is going to be top notch. So yeah, so going back to the drill press, just do your homework. Another thing I wanted to show you guys too is you're gonna have to buy one of these. So if you don't have a drill press yet and you're out looking at drill presses, this is a run out gauge. Okay, if you can see that there. So this is just the base unit. I'm not gonna take it apart and do it all, but you hook this gauge up, and then you put this on the end, and then you come over here, you set it up, and you have it on your, you can either do it up here where the chuck meets the spindle, or you can do it where it meets your drill bit. I usually do it right here where it meets the drill bit, right? And you'll see how much run out you have, right? So very minute changes. So go buy one of these. They're $35 to $45 on Amazon, and you'll be able to see that used press that you're getting if it has run out, right? And a lot of people may be selling their old drill press because it has run out. And if it has excessive run out, that may be an expensive fix. You may need a new spindle. It could be you need a new spindle, or it could be as simple as you just need a new chuck. So with mine, all I did was change out and I got a new chuck, right? And the chuck worked great. But I wouldn't even bother looking at drill presses unless you have one of those. Okay. It's called a run out gauge. I didn't know anything about run out gauges until I bought my drill press. I was like, you guys, oh, what the hell is a run out gauge? What does this thing do? Let's see. Yeah, so some of you guys are actually buying mill presses, which is awesome. I know one of you guys bought a mill press. You sent me pictures of it. Really cool. The jig will work perfect with that. You just want to make sure you have distance. Oh, a couple of you guys are buying the really small bench drill presses as well too, and some of those aren't tall enough. They're not going to be a big enough gap. Like one of the guys that emailed me sent me a picture, and the table doesn't go down far enough, and he was thinking about taking the table out and just putting the jig on the base. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know how that's going to work, because you have to move it up and down, because your quill travel is only so much. You have to move it up and down based on what you're drilling. Are you drilling finger holes, thumbs, or are you doing plug cutters, right? So you want to get a drill press where you can move the table. I would recommend a minimum of 18 inches clearance, right, from the spindle to the table, bare minimum, and then go up from there. And I know some of the mill presses have 18 inches minimums clearance. So just kind of letting you guys know, just be careful out there, you know, when you're buying stuff. If you don't really know too much of what you're looking at, you can get a piece of crap, and then you're going to just have to pay a whole bunch of money to get it upgraded and stuff. And some of those really old presses, like the old Delta presses, they were all made in the United States way back in the day. A lot of these drill press companies, I think Jet, Delta, and a few others, even Craftsman. And you can see, like, every time I go on Facebook Marketplace, I see old Craftsman drill presses from the 1940s. They're still being used. I mean, those are tried and true. That's when America made like quality stuff. This Delta stuff is assembled in America, assembled out in South Carolina, but all the parts come from China. So it's just with cost, right? Everything with cost nowadays, we're all outsourcing everything. So you could probably even get an older drill press. I know some of the people even refurbish the old ones to make them look brand new, and they look awesome. I mean, some of those are actually a damn work of art. So yeah, just do your research. If you have any questions of any kind of drill presses, if you're looking at a drill press, hit me up on my email at thebowlingfool@gmail.com. I'll do my best to try to help you out if you're not too familiar with what you're looking at, and I'll tell you whether or not it'll work or not for what you want to do if you want to drill bowling balls. You don't have to spend a fortune. Like I said, if you do buy brand new, you're getting the warranty that comes along with it, and you're getting the satisfaction knowing that you're the very first one to use it. Nobody's used it before, right? And you put it together brand spanking new. There's something, I don't know, something exciting about getting something that's brand new. Grumpa, our local alley still uses the mill press that came with the alley when purchased in the 1940s. Holy crap. That's awesome. Same thing with Napa. Like Napa, he's got an old school, I think it's a mill press. Either a mill press or really old drill press. It's got to be from the 1940s or 1950s, and it's still in use. So there's, like I said, Grumpa, there's something to be said about those machines that were made back in the 40s. They're still using them today. Like, damn, that's quality right there. I wish we still made stuff like that, but unfortunately, that's not the way things are anymore. But yeah, I'm almost tempted to buy one of those old Craftsman's drill press just for the beauty of them. I mean, they're just, like I said, they're a work of, some of those are a work of art, just really cool looking. But that's awesome. Yeah, I wonder how many balls that your PSO is drilled with that thing. Holy moly. Tens of thousands, probably 1940s, probably 100,000, damn, if not more. All right, so I think I kind of talked about the drill press, used versus new, what to look out for. Make sure you get the run out gauge. Another thing that is pretty cool that the brother-in-law, not Mr. Tibbs, thanks for sponsoring the channel, appreciate that. Give you a shout out there. So maybe you can tell everybody more about this, not Mr. Tibbs. These are silicone dams that he made himself with a mold. And I probably should have used one. Actually, I'm going to use one when I do the fingers. I'm going to test one of these out when I do the fingers on here and see how it works. So it's just supposed to be reusable. Instead of these paper or like foam dams that we have here on these balls, they're silicone. So, and I guess you just pour it, you pour it in, and then when it hardens up, you can just peel it off. That's what I think how it works, if I'm not mistaken. They're by Arnsey. I think Arnsey Designs on Etsy. He makes the molds, I believe. So, like I said, not Mr. Tibbs. Fill everybody in if you know more than me about these things. But they got the round silicone mold and the oval one, and it's actually curved. at the curvature of the ball, which is pretty cool. So it, yeah, it just doesn't look that high, but I guess it's just kind of deceiving because it's silicone. But this is an option for you. He was showing me something online. They're, I think, Innovative made reusable ones, and it was like they were discontinued. They don't make them anymore, but when they sold them, they were like $300 or $400. It was like, holy crap. So if we can save money on reusable dams and these things last a while, I'm going to start using these from now on. So it'd be pretty cool. So check these out. I believe the mold maker is a guy named Arnsey. Arnsey Designs on Etsy. He's got a whole bunch of cool stuff on bowling, and they're super cheap. So I'm not sponsored by the guy at all, but he makes some really cool stuff. So, hey, Poppy, thanks for joining in. Thanks for stopping in. How you doing? Steve Suter, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Thanks for joining the stream. Not Mr. Tibbs says, yeah, that's all correct. Arnsey Designs, a fellow bowler on Etsy, makes the molds. Lightly coat with petroleum jelly so it creates a nice seal on the ball when you plug. All right, Poppy says, I'm good. All right, thanks for joining, Poppy. Appreciate that. All right, and let's see. Oh, one cool thing I wanted to add too is I had this idea the other day. We went bowling last Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Wednesday or Thursday, one of those days. Down at Paddock in Martinez. Really cool bowling alley if you're from the Northern California area, kind of East Bay area. And we were bowling, and I bowled against Broski, and then when we got done, I said, you know what? Let's make a 300 game pot. Let's put money in every week. $5 in. It's me. It's D'Lo, Broski, and me. And we put $5 in every week to this pot. And whoever gets the first 300, it can happen in practice or it can happen in league. Whoever gets it gets the whole pot. And so, because I'm like, when we played for money the other day, Broski, like, I was actually wanting to win. Like, I was wanting to, and I kind of got that, I got that competitive edge again. Because when I just go and practice, like I went yesterday in Napa, I just practice. It's just like, it's practice, whatever. There's not, when you do competition and tournaments, it's like, now you want to shoot for something. So it's a cool, fun thing that we're doing right now. So hopefully the pot gets really big. And so whoever wins is going to win like $1,000, but it's $5 a week. It's doable. You guys could do that with your friends even too. It's just more than a gallon. If you're in California, it's just over a gallon of gas. So what's it going to hurt? And it's kind of fun. Gets you something to shoot for. The Steve Suter. Steve Suter. That new motive looks sick. Oh, the what is it? The Ghost, Primal Ghost, right? Yeah, it looks just like the Jackal Ghost. It has like the same color scheme and all that stuff. I'm kind of over anything with the name Primal in it because I just had really bad luck with this ball. That's why I'm plugging it up. Anything with the word Primal. I've got the Primal Shock too, and that's pretty good. I actually like that one, but yeah, anything with the word Primal, I'm kind of like staying away. Because, I don't know, maybe there's something with those numbers that just don't line up with me or something. I have no idea, but I think I'm going to hold off on the motive. Jenna Miss Julio, Poppy's been watching your past live. She didn't know you couldn't see her, so I'm glad you said, hey, Poppy. Hey, Poppy. Dang, $1 million. Yeah, exactly. Denny Lowe, what's up? Yeah, Denny Lowe's hoping to win that 300 pot. Denny Lowe, he got like a 250 or 260 something when you got your Sub-Zero. Game one, what was it, game one or the first couple of games you got with your Sub-Zero, you've got like a 250 something. So anything's possible. We can get anybody can get a 300. Just got to roll it right 12 times. That's it. Jenna, Miss Julio, I love it. Super fun. Denny Lowe, 100%. Gentlemen, isn't that the ball Gramps said looks good? Yeah, Danilo, not good, sick. Yeah, so Steve, the Gramps, he sent us a text this morning. He's like, what do you think about this ball? It looks pretty sick. So he's becoming a Motive fan. So he's got the Venom Shock. He's got 2 games over 200. And I think they were both with the Venom Shock, if I'm not mistaken. So I think he's a Motive fan. Venom Shock's a phenomenal ball. If you don't have that, it's a really good benchmark ball that I think has been around for 12 plus years. So you can't go wrong with that. Steve Suter gave my nephew a new in box 14 Jackal Onyx. Damn, he got it drilled tonight. Handed 2-finger bowler, a one-handed 2-finger bowler. Oh my, he was going to challenge me with that. Yeah, that Jackal Onyx looks awesome. I love that thing. That's a cool color. I'm tempted to get the Jackal Onyx. It's just like, it's $200. It's expensive, you know. And lately I haven't been having too much luck with Motives. So I think I'm going to give him a break for a little bit. And also I've got some pretty strong balls in my bag already. So I've got the new Track Paragon Shadow is going to be like a #1 ball for me. I've got the Ion Max. I've got the Mesmerize. I've got the Hypnotize. So we'll see. I think it's going to be around for a while because I think it's a very popular ball. I don't see it being discontinued anytime soon. And I'm like the discontinued junkie. So I'm looking for all the discontinued balls. But damn, that's cool. What, did he get like a crazy score or something? Is that why he said it's going to be a challenge? Hey, by the way, Danilo, let me know what layout you want on your theorem. All right, so we'll get a half hour of BS in here. We're going to start getting to work here. So, like I said, I got a Stealth Solid again. I'm super happy. So I'm going to plug this up. Watch out for that video. Should be coming out this week or next week. And I'm going to do everything. I'm going to do the whole process of getting it out in the box in the front of the house, to plugging it, to re-drilling it, to sanding it and making it look brand new again, and then rolling it. It's all going to be in one video. All right. I'm going to try to make it short. I'm not going to make it too crazy long. So yeah, I may put these up for sale. I don't know how much I'm going to ask for them, but be on the lookout for those. Yeah, that Primal Rage, like when I first rolled it, I was like, yeah, this ball's not all that great. It looks pretty, but it just doesn't do it for me. So you know what that means, Steve, right? It means more mystery balls. I got 2 new spots, 2 empty spots in my bag now. By the way, I'll give you a little sneak peek right here. Oh, let's see. Oh, you trust me. Dilo says, okay, let's go back up here. Not Mr. Tibbs. Love that Onyx. One of my faves. Yeah, it is a cool looking ball. I'm not going to lie. It's like one of the best looking balls out there right now. I should probably just get that thing. Steve, I do well with Motive except the new EJ ball. It's meh for me. Not impressed. Yeah, that ball is okay for me too. I took it to Reno last month, and I took it down to I think I took it down to 1,000 or 1,500. I think it was 1,500 surface, and it was just, and I have it drilled weak too. So yeah, I've got to give that some more love. I've only rolled that probably 15 times, 10 to 15 times. But yeah, it wasn't like, I probably should have saved my money and got the Onyx instead. To be honest with you. But the ball did look cool when it first came out. I'm like, oh, look at this cool white ball. I got to have it. Well, oh well. Live and learn, right, Steve? Grumpa Baggins, Onyx is good. I won mine at State. Yeah, $25 for a $215 ball. That was pretty nice. Damn, dude. Did you end up getting that drilled up, Grumpa? I think I remember last time I talked to you, you didn't drill it up yet. Oh, yeah, you said Onyx is good, so obviously you rolled with it. Awesome. Denny Lowe, I trust you, brother. Surprise me. Okay. So Denny Lowe, I'm thinking about doing the layout like I'm going to do for a broski. It's the 45 by 4.5 by 40. And it's what the Hype is doing on his balls now. So if you guys watch the Hype, of course, everybody watches the Hype. He did the, what is that? The Infinity Quest. And the first one didn't roll good for him because he used this normal typical 60 by 4.5 by 30 layout or something like that. And then he talked to Brian Buckosh, the core designer for all the balls Brunswick has. And Brian told him to do a different layout. And I think he did a 45 by 4.5 by 40, if I'm not mistaken. That, from what I've heard, was an old Mo layout. Like Mo Pinnell would tell people to do that layout. So I'm kind of curious. I may do it on when I drill up my special effect. I may do that on my special effect too, because I don't think I have anything. I've got a 50 by 40, and that rolls pretty good. Yeah, let me see what I got that's similar. I think it was my Pure Madness. Oh no, Pure Madness. Okay. Brutal Collision. Oh, okay. Brutal Collision is 50 by 3 3/4 by 25. Okay, so it's not that similar. But yeah, I think I'll do the same on my special effect. So I got this in the mail today too. This is a little sneak peek. I got big news coming. Actually, I'm not even gonna tell you what it is. Because after next week, there's gonna be a new change to the Bowling Fools garage, and this is just one part of the puzzle piece here. So I'll leave you guys guessing what the hell that could be. I don't want to give it away. That's no fun in that. Steve, I threw one game in Fresh Sport and 8 strikes in the rest spares. He is high rev, 17.5 mile an hour. Damn. Holy moly. Good job. Wow. Hey, Brad, welcome to my channel, brother. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you on here, man. Welcome, my friend. I would be donating my $5 a week. I want to bowl a great game, but I think my high game ever is only 237. Hey, all it takes is 12 perfect strikes. That's it. It can happen to anybody. I think it's more luck unless you're a PBA pro. But even then, there's a little bit of luck involved too. So, Grumpa, yep, just got it drilled last week. Right on. Hell yeah. Danny Lowe, yes, sir. Okay, not Mr. Tibbs. Finally, we get the good stuff. The Bowling Fool drilling my balls. All right, not Mr. Tibbs. Got the Criterion for $97 from Bowler's Mart in an eBay auction. Yep, that's what we're doing. Okay, so let's get these balls out here. Ah, spider. Sorry, spider. All right, so tonight, like I said, it's going to be a track night. So we've got the Broski's Criterion that he got for dirt cheap. And this is the Bowler's Mart eBay site. And they go for dirt cheap because they don't come with the original box. So maybe the box got destroyed somehow. And they just can't sell it, so they put it on eBay. Oh, weird. It almost looks like there's track lines on this thing. I don't know if you noticed that, Broski. I don't know where those lines came from. It looks like there's track lines, like somebody rolled it. Huh, weird. But it looks brand new. Interesting. All right. Okay. Yeah, sorry, Spider. He got loose. He's down behind that wall there somewhere. He's a tiny little spider. All right, so we got the Criterion. And then we have another Theorem Solid. So D-Lo got this one. And this, I wanted to add something here. So when D'Lo buys balls on the internet, it's our buddy D'Lo, he gets lucky with the greatest, some of the best pours I've ever seen on a bowling ball. And every time I order, I get the crappiest pour. It's just like, what the hell? So this time, D'Lo got a very unique pour. And I say unique. Look at that. Oh yeah, I got the light on. So maybe, let's see if you can see that there. It looks like it was been plugged up. It looks like an old thumb hole. That's the bottom of the ball, or the top of the ball there. So interesting pour. The rest of it looks really cool, right? I mean, super cool looking, but he opens the box and said, what the hell is that? Looks like the black pit that's in the abyss. Oh, not much. It's probably just me rolling it around on the spinner. Oh, okay, gotcha. Rolling it on the spinner. Ooh, look at my ball. Look at my ball. Yeah, it looked like it was like track lines. I'm like, somebody hucked this down the lane without putting holes in it. They wanted to try it out. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to drill up Broski's ball first. I'm going to move the camera a little bit closer for everybody here. Raise it up. And a wife just got home, so hopefully she can help me out with reading the comments while I do this stuff too. Like I said, if you're brand new to watching my live stream, this is my 4th live stream. My name is Ryan, aka Bowling Fool, and what I do is I drill bowling balls and I talk everything bowling. So welcome if you're new to the stream or new to my channel. The cool thing I like about doing these live streams is I get what?
Can I take a shower real fast?
Yep, you can.
They give me 20 minutes.
Okay, gotcha. Is a lot of people are watching the live streams and then they'll email me asking me questions about what I talked about, like as far as drill presses go. A lot of you guys ask me questions, but I truly appreciate it. So this format I think is a little bit better because I can answer everybody's questions real time, and anybody that has questions or if they're intrigued with what the whole setup I have is, they can look at it. So all right. Criterion. All right, so we're going to do 45 by 4.5 by 40. I don't think Broski has this layout on any ball yet. All right, so sharpen the pencil here. All right. And then I got to get his layout sheet here. All right, 4 5/8 by 1.5 up. So what are you guys' favorite ball brands? Like we're all kind of liking Track right now. And I've had some pretty good luck with Track so far, except for my crack ball, but that's an anomaly, hopefully. But Track balls have been pretty damn good for me, I'd say. That Paragon Shadow, I rolled that in paddock the other day too. Really good. Really good shaping ball. So when I rolled it in Napa, the lanes were a little bit dry, so out in paddock there was a little bit more oil. And they got free fall pins, which are awesome. I love free fall pins. I'm so used to strings. So when I go to free fall pins, it's just like, oh my gosh, I wish this place was closer to me. It's about a 45-minute drive, which sucks. Okay. And we go 4.5. By 40. And I think this layout is more of a, correct me if I'm wrong, broski, but more of like a controlled layout. That's the term they use on that. All right, 1.5 down. We go 4 5/8, or 4 10/16. Okay, 1 7/8. We've got 3 3/4 for the ring finger. And 3 10/6, 3 5/8 for the, or sorry, ring finger is 3 5/8. And one good thing I like about track or any of the Brunswick balls, like I said before, is they have got to be the easiest balls to drill, as far as like really easy on your drill bits, like compared to some other balls. Storm, if you guys ever drill like the Storm balls, it's when you get in down to like the core, the middle of the ball, it has like, it's like dirt. It's this really nasty looking dirt stuff. And I think I mentioned it when I drilled my Zen Pearl, the used one. When I drilled it, it literally smelled like dirty sock. It was absolutely disgusting. I was like, oh God, what the hell is this stuff? So it's very interesting to see what the different ball companies use for like their material, because they're all different in their own way. But out of all of them, Brunswick is by far the easiest to drill and cut and all that stuff. So I'd say probably Motive is the most, I wouldn't say difficult, but it's a little bit harder material. And that sucker stinks like petroleum. I mean, like straight gasoline. All right, so we got, okay, 1/4. Okay, 12. And 10. Okay. All right, and these are going for D-Lo. I'm gonna go ahead and rasp these right now, just so we're all ready to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill both of these balls up and then I'll raise the drill press table, and we'll cut the plugs on this both at the same time. It saves me time doing it that way than just doing it back to back, or each ball at a time. All right, let's see. Read these comments. Poppy, hi, Auntie. Yep, she'll be out here in a little bit. Poppy, I only have a hammer. You have a hammer? What hammer do you have? Grumpa, hammer, track, and motive mostly. Yeah. Cool. I had, like I said, my very first ball was the Hammer 3.0, and it didn't really, the first, like, I don't know, 20, 30 games, it jived with me, and then it just fell flat, and I put it in the reviver, and I sanded it and all that stuff, and just you have to maintain that ball quite a bit. And I saw elsewhere that everybody had pretty much the same problem with the 3.0. I want to ask a question: who has the Hammer 2.0 hybrid? And if you do you like it? Because everybody's saying that's a really good ball, like one of their best balls they made. Do you have the 2.0 hybrid, Grumpa? I'm pretty sure if you got all those, you do. That's one ball I should probably get in my arsenal. Jenna Miss Folio, hi Poppy Bud, there to help. Okay. Trevor, Hammer and Brunswick. Yep, sweet. Jenna Miss Folio, D-Lo doesn't like staring at the hole on his ball. Let's put it there. There you go. I'll put it there for everybody to see. It's gonna be funny. This is your magic ball, D-Lo. This is gonna be it's gonna give you 300 there. Brad, I've been around, and we actually had a couple of comments last week. You do a great job, and I told my PSO about your channel so we could get some tips. He's a newer PSO. Well, right on. I'm not a PSO, just to let you know. I'm just a DIY garage dude, man. I just learn as I go. But, yeah, I mean, if you're learning from me, I appreciate it. I mean, hopefully I can help you guys. I don't know everything. But if I don't, like I said, if I don't know something, I'll look it up, or I'll tell you that I don't know it, and I'll find you the answer if I don't know. Yeah, I got a lot of you guys asking me emails about like all this stuff with just getting technical stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I you know, I only go a certain way. I haven't got there yet, so sorry if I can't answer your question. But yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for letting your PSO know. That's cool. Let's see. I think a lot of PSOs probably don't like what I'm doing. I'm doing DIY stuff, so I'll probably be the enemy of a lot of PSOs. They say, you take a business away, but I'm not doing everybody's ball at the bowling alley. I'm just doing my friends and family. So I'm not charging anybody like at the bowling alley to go. I'm not stealing business or poaching people in the bowling alley that are going to the pro shop there to come to my garage. I'm not doing that. So don't be mad at me, PSOs. I'm just drilling my own balls here. All right, Jenna Miss Folio. Oh, that's so nice, Brad. Thanks for showing the Bowling Fools support and spreading the word. Much appreciated. Right on. Poppy, very clear passion and enthusiasm here at the Bowling Fool. Thank you, Poppy. Atty, old 12-pound hammer. Okay, Grumpa, no, unfortunately, hazmat. Solid and Pearl, Pure Envy, Effect Tour, New Blue, and Axe. Oh, yeah, okay. Do you plan on getting the 2.0 hybrid? And also, if you guys saw the Hammer ad that they put on Facebook and maybe other social media platforms, it's the black. I hate how Hammer does this. They post their future balls in black and white, and you just have to guess. But it said the tour is coming. So obviously it's going to be a tour ball, but who's making it? What's the... Obviously it's Hammer, but is it going to be a Widow tour? Do you think they would make a Widow tour ball? I'm kind of curious. Let me know down in the comments what you think that new Hammer tour ball is going to be. Broski says he thinks it's going to be a 2.0... a Mania hybrid, which would be very interesting. So yeah, keep us guessing, Hammer. I love when you do that stuff. Not. Release a ball. I want to know what it is, like Motive does. They just come out, boom, here's our new ball. Now go buy it. Okay, let's put you over here. So I've got, what you didn't see is I've got the drill press all zeroed out, ready to go. But we're not wasting time doing that. Okay, I'll set that up here. And I'll put this over here so I can see it. All right, let's see. Grumpa, I might someday, but holding out for the Effect Tour Hybrid and Pearl, hopefully. Oh, maybe that. Let's see. Effect Tour. You think they're going to make an Effect Tour Hybrid? Damn, that would be pretty cool, huh? And Pearl, hopefully. Yeah, they probably will. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe this ball coming out is the Effect Tour Hybrid. It says new tour coming. Yeah, that'd be cool. Not Mr. Tibbs. Mania Hybrid is a newish. Oh, yeah. Mania Hybrid is a newish listing on the USBC approved ball list. Ooh. What's up, Nick? Hey, thanks for joining the stream, my friend. What's going on? Good to see you back, my friend. Brad Staton. Yeah, but you've thrown out some great tips. Okay, I'll appreciate it, Brad. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, that means a lot, brother. All right. Criterion. By the way, I sold a couple jigs already. I sold another one today. So I've got 4 jigs left. I've got to go to my machinist this week and get some more made. So hopefully that won't be too long. I'm going to be down, as far as the stream goes next week, I'm going to be down in SoCal. So I may do a stream of bowling. I'm going to bring my bowling balls down there, and I may go to like the bowling and stream if they can let me. Maybe for like an hour or so. If not, I just won't stream next week. So we'll save this for next week, but we'll deal with that when the time comes. All right. Ugh. What the heck? Oh, so I put this Velcro, like the soft padding Velcro on my hook. And it looks like the glue on the back is all starting to come off and get all sticky. That's not what I want. I probably didn't need that Velcro padding anyway because it's a hard rubber, but I was trying to do my best to protect this. I like to keep my things in tip-top shape. Take care of my things here. Oh. Got to lower it a little bit more. Ah. All right. Well, dang it. I've got to zero it out. And I got to lower the table just a tad bit more. Wah, wah, wah. There we go. And hopefully that's still zeroed out. I barely moved it. Okay. Please be zeroed out. All right on, Nick. Yeah, thanks for watching me at work. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, all right. 0, 0. Yeah, oh no, it's not 0. It's not 0. Ah. Well, of course because it's not on 0. Duh. There we go. All right, so Broski, make sure we got Broski's name on this sheet, and we're going 1/8 table forward. Okay, and then we go 1/4 table left. Get my razor blade out here. So your new Brad, your new PSO. Where is the where are you guys located? And has he gone to like a PSO class or anything like that, or is it just kind of self-taught? All right, looking good. On Track Criterion coming up. Double check. Okay. All right, and I got to bump up my RPM because I was drilling out existing holes at 330, and we want to be at 440. Got one more down. Yeah, Nick says, no problem. Thank you for the stream. Yeah, show some love, man. Give me some likes if you haven't liked it already. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get up to 1,000. Once I get up to 1,000, I'll be doing bowling ball, brand new bowling ball giveaways. Some good ones, too. All right. All right, double check my measurements. We've got 1/4 table left. We got 1/8 table forward. Sweet. Here we go. I bet. I tried to do a YouTube short where I was doing this in slow motion. It doesn't look that good. You gotta, like, I was watching the Hype Nation. They did theirs. It looks really cool and it's all in slow motion. You got the right lighting and all that. But I keep mine going fast forward, 10 times speed for my YouTube shorts. I mean, if you can tell how easy that was just by looking at it, I mean, so these Brunswick balls are awesome.
Nick said I'm about to pick up a used gem and UFO alert on Friday for $60.
Damn, for both of them? $60 for both of them, Nick? Damn. UFO alert. Hey, wasn't the UFO alert the one that was banned? Correct me if I'm wrong. One of those UFOs was banned, which means I want one. Damn, good deal. Yeah, I think if you just jumped on the stream right now, I bought, I'll kind of show you again. Let me go grab it. Look at this, huh? I got one again. I got the Stealth Solid. I got this used on eBay for 25 bucks. I'm plugging the holes and I'm gonna drill it up. So we'll see. Oh, broski, I forgot to weigh the ball. I think you wanted me to weigh the ball before and after. Shoot. Dang it. Too late. Sorry, broski. Let's see. No problem. Thank you for streaming. Yep. Yeah, yes, but not banned for league use. Awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's just banned for like PBA or something like that, right? No problem. Okay. Did you, not Mr. Tibbs, did you weigh the ball beforehand on your scale?
I don't think he did. He asked you to do it.
Okay. I can weigh it right now, actually, and see what it is. Brad says, Colorado Springs, Colorado. Dude, that is one of the most beautiful cities I've ever been in, Brad. If you live in Colorado Springs, you are lucky, my friend.
Said he did.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so you just want to see that you want me to get the final weight, not Mr. Tibbs, when I'm all what weight do you want me to get? And also finishing up Brad's, he worked at the bowling alley as the mechanic, and the PSO retired, so they sent him to school in Kansas about 1.5 years ago. Damn. Oh, that's the Jayhawk school. That's the other one. That's the competitor of the Innovative. I was looking at that. That's cool. He is doing great. Brad says he's doing great, but I like seeing your stream and thought he could learn some things. He said he's watched a little and likes what he's seen. Awesome, man. Tell him thank you for watching. Appreciate all the support I can get. And tell him one thing, did you guys hear the vacuum that I had on right now? That's probably the number one most important thing to get as a pro shop. Get a DeWalt Stealth Sonic. Your hearing will thank you, because once you go deaf, you don't get it back, right? So, and you're going to be in a shop drilling balls all day long. You want a nice, quiet shop vac, not these loud ones. Grumpa, I went to my first coaches meeting Sunday, heard a familiar voice behind me. It was Ben from Bowler's Paradise. Oh, shit, YouTube. Our teams will play against each other. Super nice guy. Wow. Dude, yeah, he's the one that quit. He got kind of burnt out. That's good that he's still bowling. I like to hear that from him. Maybe he'll make a comeback. I think he was just burnt from reviewing too many damn bowling balls. Like, I review just a couple bowling balls a month, and I told my PSO the other day, I was like, I don't know how these reviewers review so many balls, and then it's like they have to say that there's something different about the one they just rolled, when they're all like a lot. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of these balls are pretty similar. They're just, they're remodeled versions of what they had like 10 years ago or 5 years ago with a new cover stock. But it's like, I don't know how they do it. They've got to be throwing these balls away, like review them, do a couple reviews, and then toss them, or give them out or something like that. That's cool. He seemed like a down-to-earth guy, like a super nice guy. That's cool. Not Mr. Tibbs. Wait after drilling fingers, then weigh after drilling thumb, just for fun. No biggie. Okay, we'll do that. Nick, I always wear earbuds when using the vacuum. Yeah, good idea. But like I said, I had a rigid shop vac before I got this one, and it was super loud. They're just annoying. And then I got this one for, it was $114 at Lowe's, and it's just so quiet, and it works really good. So I would highly recommend. I mean, you don't even have to wear ear protection, which is really cool. All right, so we're going to do the middle finger table right half. Okay, and zero pitch.
Roba said that he asked Ben about the balls. He donates them to kids who can't afford a ball.
Oh, that's awesome. Hell yeah. Yeah, I should probably do something similar with mine too. All right. Okay. All right, get that dialed in and double check it again. Looks good. Oh yeah, Nick says same thing at work. Yeah, you're working around machines and stuff. Definitely got to wear hearing protection. Yeah, good on you. Yeah, I know a lot of people that worked around. I mean, I used to work on jets when I was in the Air Force, and it's like, you know, your hearing is the most important, most precious thing. So I always wore headphones and sometimes a little yellow foamies inside my ear and stuff because I did not want to lose my hearing. Let's see, Nick, yeah. Not Mr. Tibbs. Ben from Paradise was great. Hope he returns to YouTube in some capacity that works for him. I thought that last stream he did where he says I quit and he talked about the radical torpedo direct hit. That was so funny when he just dogged that ball. I mean, it was sad that he was leaving, but just what he said about that ball was like, yeah, you know, he's speaking the truth. Grandpa, I asked Ben about the balls. He doesn't. Okay, already read that. Who can't afford a ball? Awesome. Nick says he likes to bowl. He bowls like I do, 2-finger, no thumb, one-handed. Yeah, you have a very unique style. Not many people do that. Nick, did you always bowl that way, or was that something that you learned later on? Brad, Ben from Bowler's Paradise is great. He just called a ball crap one day. It was funny. Yeah, that was the one. Yeah. Now this ball, this is what I'm talking about. This is just a piece of shit. Grandpa Baggins, I hope to say hi to Miss Bowling Fool. Hi, Miss Bowling Fool.
Hi, Grandpa.
Yeah, she's in the back on the couch. She doesn't want to be on camera yet. Maybe someday I'll get her on camera.
It's funny because I'm the not shy one.
Yeah, it's funny because she's a very outgoing person, but somehow when I start my stream, she wants nothing to. She doesn't want herself to be seen at all, which is I find very humorous. Cody, welcome to the stream, my friend. Ben from Bowler's Paradise has such a great delivery. Yeah, he's a smooth delivery, that guy. Really good bowling style. All right, half table right and 0, and then we're good to go. All right, piece of cake. Nick, I've tried with a thumb, but I like making the ball hook. Yeah, yeah. Ball hooking is really fun, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, put your thumb in there if you don't want the ball to hook. All right, we're going to weigh this ball. What was the beginning weight, broski? Do you remember? All right, I got my handy dandy scale here. Why is it showing weight already? There we go. Okay. 14 point, let's see, hold on. $14.921. Okay, yeah, 14.921 with the fingers there. Oh yeah, place the fingers down. Yeah, that's true. Let's try that again. Good idea, Nick. I gotta do it on a flat table here. There we go. Okay, new number, 14.949. There we go. Think smarter, not harder. Thank you, Nick. What would I do without you, my friend? Okay. 14.949 was the new number when I rested it on the fingers. So this kitchen scale I got on Amazon for like $9, and it goes up to 22 pounds, which is pretty cool if you want to weigh bowling balls and stuff. Oh, you wanted me to do it after the thumb too as well. All right. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, cool. All right, and the thumb is still all zeros. All right. Okay, boom. That'll be perfect. All right, check, double check, 0, 0. Vacuum on. I love it. Hold on a sec. Brad said something about, oh, right on. Retired Air Force. Hell yeah. I was going to ask you that as soon as you said Colorado Springs, because I know that's where the academy is. The wife and I drove out, or we went out there years ago, and I actually drove through the U.S. Air Force Academy. Is that a beautiful campus or what? Holy crap. Like, I want to do it all over again and do like really good in high school so I can go out there. I had a buddy of mine in high school that got accepted there. He went there for 4 years. And I asked him, I said, how was that? How was it out there? Was it hard? He's like, it was very hard. The very first year was ridiculous. He said the very first hard, imagine basic training, the hardest basic training. And then you've got to study, and not just like study, but study very difficult material. Like, damn. But holy moly, I'm jealous. Like, they've got a skydiving team on their the college team, the skydive team. You can fly gliders, all that cool stuff. And the damn scenery out there is just unrivaled. Okay. Cool. Sorry, I didn't see that comment, Brad. Awesome. Retired Air Force. Hell yeah. We call it Chair Force. And the new generation calls it Chair Force. Well, thank you for your service, my friend. I was out in Charleston, South Carolina for 4 years. Did you finish up in Colorado Springs? What is that? What base is out there? I forgot the name of the base. Peterson, right? And I'm going to stop at about 2 3/4 inches here. And then I switch over to the other bit. And like I said, I've got two 1.5 inch bits. It's pretty warm, right? I can't keep my hand on that. It's that warm. So I switch on over so that I don't get that bit super hot. Certain people, I know PSOs and other people that drill their balls, they may do like step downs. So you do a small hole followed by a bigger hole or whatnot. I haven't had any complaints just using these two bits. I used to just use the Jopo. And the whole reason I got the 1.5 inch bit was to just save this bit because this one's really expensive, right? So I was just trying to save it on wear and tear. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll just do half and half and just keeps the drill bit cooler. And your ball's a little bit happier as well, too. It doesn't get super hot in there. I definitely got to get this Jopo bit sharpened a little bit because it's not as sharp as that other one. When I was practicing drilling bowling balls, I was using the Jopo bit like all the time on my practice balls. I'm like, I probably should have not used that one just because it's expensive. And then as you get deeper into that hole, I just keep bringing it up every now and then just to clear out all the debris down there. Here we go. Hold on. Let's see. Brad got stationed here forever ago. Got married here and just stayed. Nick, you don't want to step up because it will cause chatter and most likely oversize the hole. Yeah. Like I think I might have did that because I was first watching PSOs on YouTube, and I was like, oh, maybe I got to do the step up because they're doing a step up, and when I did it on here, yeah, I did get a lot of chatter, and I was like, that doesn't look good. So I just started drilling the holes, just like you see here, and I got no problem. I'm sure if you have a mill press, you could probably do a step down. It won't be a big deal. But with a drill press, yeah, definitely gonna get chatter. I try to avoid that as well. Brad, you flew F-16s? Holy moly. Damn, awesome, man. Brad, we've got Peterson. F-16 is probably my favorite fighter jet. That thing is just a work of, that's just beautiful. Brad, we've got, I used to work on the C-17, if you're familiar with that one. It's a newer one. Brad Stanton, we've got Peterson, Schriever, Air Force Academy, and a huge Army post here, Fort Carson. I retired out of Peterson. All right on. Nick, kind of like the chatter you hear when you're oversizing the finger holes before plug. Yeah, exactly. Yep, I've seen that before. Nick, just remember most pros aren't, or most PSOs aren't machinists. Yeah. Yeah, I was, all this stuff that I was dealing with, I would ask my machinist, right? I'm like, because some of the PSOs, they're like you just said, they're not machinists. They don't know a lot about the machinery. I asked certain PSOs, like I asked a couple of PSOs, like what, even the PSOs online, like I'm like, hey, what RPM are you using on your mill? I don't know. Like, how do you not know what RPM you're using on your press? Like, Jopo recommends 500. What are you using? Whatever came with the factory. It's like, damn, man. Like, and that's not just one guy. That's a few people I asked. It just kind of took me by surprise. And I was kind of thinking, do they really know? And they're just trying to be secretive about it and not tell me? I don't know. I think you're right, Nick. I think they're just kind of clueless with that stuff. Nick, will also cause unnecessary bearing wear in the spindle. Yep, exactly. Yep, I don't want unnecessary wear, even though I got a warranty on this thing. Is definitely not what I want. So I'm thinking on the next batch that I have made by the machine, it's probably going to go there this week or next week to get them made, is I'm just going to cut. So on the ones right now, it's not a huge deal, but it's just, like I said, every time I'm working on a jig, I work on ways to improve it. And I can do this, right, and pull it up, but it kind of sticks in there a little bit. It's not a huge deal, right? If you're smooth about it, you can get it out of there. But what I want to do is have it where when I do turn this like this, this isn't in the way. So I'm going to get these trimmed out just a little bit. I'm going to ask my machinist if it's going to weaken the structure. I don't think it's going to weaken it too much, but I'm going to try to just cut this here and here, make it a little bit more sleeker looking, and hopefully it won't cost me a little bit more money. Because doing these, when I had him do these grooves here and have this cut out a little bit different, it was a little bit more work for him to do, and I'm just trying to make the work a little bit easier for him to do, so it doesn't come out of my pocket and then I have to charge a little bit extra. That's what I'm trying to keep everything down low on the cost. And I think you're getting a pretty comparable product to what's out there right now commercially for over double the price. All right, so we're going to weigh this ball here. Yeah, Nick. Just from also, yeah, see, okay, most don't know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is really surprising to me. I'm the kind of guy, Nick, you seem like you're the same kind of guy. Like when you don't know something, you want to know everything about what you're doing. And it kind of boggles my mind that people just get into something and they just, oh, this is the way it is. I don't know how it works, but it works. So it's like, how do you operate that way? I can't do that. I have to know the ins and outs of everything. All right, so we've got fingers and thumb drilled 14.601, broski. 14.601. That's quite a bit of weight out of there. Shit. It's almost about, what is that, a half pound? What'd you say the beginning weight was? 15 pounds, 3 ounces. Okay, not quite a pound. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, 3 3/4. 3 5/8. Perfect, broski. Look at that, huh? What's the bridge here? To the bridge. To the bridge, to the bridge. And bridge. I got you 0.32. Do you like your bridge a little bit wider like that, broski? Can you tell when I go point like 0.25 or 0.32? Can you tell? Because I personally can't. I kind of like it a little bit like at 0.30 and around there. The narrow, like I said, my narrow one was my Primal Rage Evolution. That was my 1/8, and that's my worst. I don't like that ball, so maybe that has something to do with it. Who knows? Nick says, that's me to a T. I take a deep dive when I'm interested. Yeah. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, like, as you should. I mean, hell, that's what life's all about, man. Learning everything you possibly can about every little thing, in my opinion. Not Mr. Tibbs. Thanks again. You got it. Brad, no. Sorry, I didn't fly them. Oh, you were working on them, right? I figured if you were working on F-16s at Charleston, I forgot Charleston was AMC. Charleston, when I got out there, it was the very first C-17 squadron. This goes back to 1995. And I picked everywhere but the South. And good old Senator Strom Thurmond, who was 90-something years old at the time, says, I want those C-17s on my state. So I got on it was so brand new, I got on the job training out there. But yeah, they were pretty cool. I definitely had a blast working on them. But like I said, I grew up in Southern California. I picked everywhere but the South. And what did I get? I get the South. I got off the airplane. I was sweating my ass off as soon as I got off the airplane. I wasn't used to the humidity. Yeah, they still have them. When I was working on them, they had 18 total. And now there's like, 250, 300 C-17s or something like that. It's pretty crazy. Not Mr. Tibbs, can't tell. Okay, awesome, cool. Nick, I usually aim for 0.30. Yeah, that's what I usually do. I don't like to get to 0.25. I mean, I got 2.5 on some of them, but 3.0 is usually a good fit for me. And that way, if I do decide I want to drill it out to plug them up later, I have some space with that 0.30. Yeah, good job. Brad, I was a medic. Damn. Thanks for being a medic. That's a hard job. That's more power than I can do. My nephew was a medic. He's a medic in the Navy, I think, right now, too. Not Mr. Tibbs. If it makes it easier to plug later, 0.3. Yep, 0.3 is fine with me. Gotcha. Cool. All right. All right, let's move you over here. And I'm going to get D-Lo's sheet out here next. D-Lo's like, hurry up and drill my ball, damn it. Stop yapping. Get rid of that butthole in that ball. By the way, I wanted to ask a question if anybody out there watching. If you got this ball, like I really don't care about the pores when I get the ball. I mean, some of them I get, I'm like, oh man, I got a crappy pour, but I'm not going to like take it back and go, hey, give me another one. But do you guys do that? How many of you guys do that? If you get a pour and it's like absolute garbage, do you go try to trade it in or you just deal with it? Like if you got that big old black circle right there, what would you do? Would you keep it or would you just say, screw it? Take it back. Take it back. I don't want it.
Take it back.
Yeah, take it back.
Take it back.
Grandpa, what gets me is the massive egos that some PSOs have around here. I've worked with celebrities. I've worked with celebrities that have less. Like you said, you ask them questions and they have no idea. I still appreciate them though. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. Like if you find a good PSO, like stick with them by all means because good PSOs are hard to find. My PSO was really good. That's why I drove out 45 minutes to go to him, and he was really good. I had some that were closer, but just knew what he was doing. Got a ball drilled in 20 minutes. Came out there as a brand new ball for me. 20 minutes. He didn't waste any time, and he knew exactly what he was doing. So I appreciate it. I just got tired of driving out there. And I wanted to learn all this stuff on my own too. like I said, I'm one of those people that once I start to do something, I'm like, why am I paying you when I could do this same stuff myself and get the satisfaction of doing it myself? That's just the DIYer in me. Nick, yeah, $60 for the gem and UFO alert. Nice, nice. Not Mr. Tibbs. Bad pours equal good luck. That's what I say. I say if you get a crazy looking pour like this thing, is a good luck black circle right here. Yeah, we're gonna tell D'Lo that, and that'd be funny if he gets his first 300 with this ball. Nick, that's why the few people I drill for will go to nowhere else. No one else now. Nice. Yeah, you can tell somebody that really has a passion for it. Anything in life, man, you can tell right away if somebody has a passion for it or not, or they're just doing it for a job. Like, my other job is I work in the wine industry, and I go to some of these wineries, and the staff that pour the wine just seem like the most miserable people. And it's like, dude, do you realize that you pour wine for a living? That's your job. You pour wine for a living, dude. Like, you could be out digging ditches or cleaning up somebody's crap. And here you are pouring wine for somebody. Everybody that's there at your wineries, they're on vacation to have a good time. So, and those are most of the corporate wineries. You ever come to Napa and you go to the corporate wineries? That's how they are. They're just out of touch. We go to the small mom and pops ones, and they're really cool. And they treat you like a human. And they're funny, and they tell stories. But yeah, not to get off topic. Okay. All right, get a little bit of alcohol here. Clean the thumb hole out. Nick, I had read your comment last week after I got done with the stream. You said that you used to make wine with your dad. Is that correct?
Wine and like bourbon.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I saw it after I got off the stream. I didn't see that comment until I got off the stream. So sorry about that, Nick. Brad says Navy medics are no joke. They get trained to a very high level. Wow. Yeah. You know what's funny? Speaking of wine out here,
Moonshine.
Oh, moonshine. Damn. Ain't no joke. Damn. Goddamn moonshine out there. Holy crap. Straight toxins. There was a winemaker out here that, and I usually ask winemakers, what got you into making wine? Like, you went to school to make wine. That's pretty cool. And one of them's like, I went to med school and I fainted at the sight of blood. So I guess the guy came from a lot of money and his family sent him to med school. And so on the sight of blood, he actually passed out. So he's like, well, I guess I can't be a doctor, so I'm going to do the next best thing. I'm going to make wine. So he's like one of the best winemakers in the valley now. It's pretty funny. He tells everybody that story. All right, Yellow Jopo. Let's get my centralizer out here. Look at that, perfect fit. Hell yeah, cool. Oh, popsicle stick, pliers. 100 proof, damn. Or was that a long time ago? I went to Vegas and they had, I think you can buy Everclear out there in Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. And they have a place that has, they give you this giant Slurpee or like a slushie, and they put like a shot or 2 shots of Everclear in it. If you know what I'm talking about, put the name of that place down. But it was like, that was back in the 90s. I don't know if they still do that, but damn, that would put you on your ass. That stuff's way too potent for me. I had too many bad memories of that stuff in my 20s. Too many bad hangovers. All right. Ah. Trying to clean up the glue and the damn paper towel got stuck. Sorry, broski. I'll clean that up. All right, we will set this ball aside, and then we work on D'Lo's ball next.
You did all the waiting for Brooke.
Yep. All right, D'Lo, you are up next with the Track Theorem Solid. Nick, not Mr. Tim Nick, so I'll give you a 70 for the gem. You want a gem, broski? Just get an Ion Max. It's like the next step up, right? Didn't the Ion Max replace the gem? Oh, no, maybe that was the Magic Gem. All right, got D'Lo's layout here. And D'Lo, you're cool with 45 by 4.5 by 40? That's the Mo Pinel layout. And the Hype's doing that new layout too as well. Yeah, broski, I'm surprised how much weight we lose when we drill the ball. It's like, holy moly. It's quite a bit. I got to weigh my 16s and see what they weigh. They probably weigh as much as a 15 does brand new. So I keep looking every morning on Buddies, and there's still no good. I mean, they still have the closeout deals. You know, the 16-pound balls are like 60 to 75 bucks, or 69 to 70 bucks. But nothing new. Still the same stuff. I'm waiting for them to go on a hyper sale. Okay, 45. All right. Nick says, I'm the same way. If it's all or nothing, so I choose nothing. Haven't drank in 15 years. Good job. Yeah, I haven't drank in a long time either. Yeah. When you get older, man, it's just like you just can't do it anymore. You know, you're probably the same way. It's like, oof. It's just I do not miss the hangovers one bit. See all these people partying after like New Year's and all that stuff, and then you wake up like a champ, 7 in the morning, ready to go, and they're in bed the whole rest of the day, the whole next day, day wasted. All right, we'll go 4.5. By 40. What's everybody's favorite layout that they like? I know, like, if you're drilling a lot of balls, you have a specific layout that works best for you. Mine is pretty much like 60 by 4 by 30 works for me. Or 60 by 40. And I usually go from like 3 3/4 to 4 to 4.5, 4.25. I kind of play around with it there. All right, so we've got 13/16. And 5 5/16. Okay. Let's see. See. Nick says, I would consider selling the gem if it's 1.5 drill. Thumb was plugged and re-drilled. I'm picking them up Friday. Nick, symmetrical is 6.5 by 30. Yeah, I did a 5. I think the highest I've gone is a 5 or a 5.5 just to see what it would do.
You don't need to read my message.
Okay. And 60 ASIM. Oh, symmetrical 60 by 5 by 30. ASIM 65 by 5 by 45 or 70. Man, you go really high on that pin to pap. Mine, I usually try to keep around 4. I don't really have much of a. You must have a lot of revs. Because I don't have, it looks like I don't have anywhere near the revs you do. Nick, but I also have a lot of hand. Yeah, there you go. I have a lot of hand. I got to get all the help I can get, man. If I get like 3.5 to 4. Cool. All right, let's see. All right, 3 9/16.
I gotta go inside and charge my phone. You don't need me though, huh?
No, not really.
No. Okay, goodness.
3 11/16. So it's interesting to see everybody's different spans, right? So my middle finger and ring finger are the same. It's 4 1/4, right? D'Lo has a longer ring finger, and then Broski has a longer middle finger. So it's really weird. It's kind of interesting to see everybody's different layout. All right, let's see what we got here. Double check that. All right. Okay, go up on that line and okay. There we go. All right, ready to go for D'Lo's ball here. All right, catch up on the comments. Brad, Hank Williams Jr. song "Hangovers Hurt More Than They Used to" on all my rowdy friends have settled down. Yeah, they do. They definitely hurt more when you get older, man. You just can't do it anymore. Takes a toll on you. That's for damn sure. Nick, it only took drinking so much about 3 times and not remembering how I got here the next day. Yeah, blackout drunk, not fun. Good on you, Nick. Proud of you, brother. That's good, man. It takes a lot. It takes a lot for somebody to quit that stuff. There's a lot of... The way I look at it, too, you know, and like I said, I won't get off on a tangent, but reality is much more interesting than being hammered or on drugs or anything like that, because the world is a trippy place right now. And I don't think you need to be on any kind of drugs or anything like that to get the best out of life. All right. Okay, so D-Lo's got 3/16 table forward. And 5/16 table left. Oh, I gotta check your pitches. I always do that after I drill a ball, and I forgot to do that. Yeah, you got it, Nick, man. Yeah, sometimes it's, you just wake up one day and go, I want to live my life again, man. They've been poisoning me. They've been trying to poison me and keep me dumb this whole time. I look at life as a gift. Don't shorten it any way you can. You want to extend it as much as you can. Okay. Booyah. All right, double check before I start going down. I got 5/16 table left. Yeah, 3/16 table forward. Got it. All right, table right 5/16. And table forward 1/8. Okay. Double check again. We're over that a little bit. Boom. All right, here we go. All right, double check 1/8 table forward and 5/16 table right. Vacuum on. Oh, these balls cut so easily. Just ridiculous. Doing something right down there in Mexico. I wonder if they're able to use chemicals in their bowling balls that we're not allowed to use up here because of environmental stuff. But if they did, I don't think we'd be able to have the bowling balls here in the States. Oh, I forgot to move the dang camera. Sorry, guys. You're watching me from a distance here. There we go. How's that? All right, and his thumb is... This is a thing when we had D'Lo's ball. I don't know if I told you guys this on I don't think... Yeah, I don't think I've ever drilled your ball. This is the first ball I've drilled for you live, right, D'Lo? Because I think all your other ones were, I turned them into YouTube shorts. So, D'Lo had a problem with his thumb. The pitches were off. So he went to a couple different PSOs and they did things every one of them did something differently. So when he gave me his pitches, I put it in there and everything was off. His Jopo didn't fit right, stuck out. I'm just like, what the hell is going on? So that's another thing too. If you're gonna stick to a PSO, stick to one. Don't go to another one, because Luke Rosdahl had commented on his video, or one video he put out about a month or so ago, talking about some of the scams PSOs do by shortening this collar, right? So they shorten this collar or they lengthen it, and your Jopo will fit differently. So if you go to somebody else that has a stock like this from Jopo, it's gonna either stick out, or the inner is gonna stick too far. It's gonna be too far down, and that's a scam that a lot of PSOs are doing. That he said that are doing. And it's like, you take it to somebody else and like, hey, my Jopo doesn't fit. And like, well, you shouldn't have left me. You should have stayed with me. It's like, what a crock of shit. I don't know how anybody can do that and live with themselves, like not be honest like that. It's a pretty crappy thing to do. All right, so we're going 0 and 1/8 table right. Okay. 1/8. Let me double check here real quick. Three and 9/16. Damn, that one's perfect. Holy moly. And 3 and 11/16. Damn. Kilo, I got these numbers right on the money. Holy moly. I'm getting good at this stuff, I'd say. Just got to hit that line exactly. Well, looks like it's good to go right there. I do declare. Double check. And we hit our line. Oh, let's see. No, Nick says nothing you can figure out with a caliper, but like I said, most are not machinists. Yeah. I even wonder if those classes, like if I'm going to learn enough to make a difference in one of those classes, the Innovative and Jayhawk offers, because I mean, I definitely want to learn to size people. I don't know how to do that yet. I don't have the swivel, the Bill Taylor swivel. I'm kind of leery of paying $300 for a piece of plastic, but I'm going to need it eventually. That kind of stuff, you know, and being able to like improve somebody's grip. I would love to learn how to do that. And if they're having pain somehow, like to alleviate that, that's something I want to learn. By the way, if you're watching, you haven't smashed that like button, smash that like button. And if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. Like I say, giving away a ball once I reach 1,000 subscribers. And ask me questions. All right, there's 2 3/4. Grump had to bail for a while, but my favorite layout is 45 by 3 3/4 by 25, or 45 by 4 and 40 from your earlier. Yeah, cool. I'm excited for this. Like I said, I'm going to do this with my special effect, and hopefully it works good. Hopefully this works good for D'Lo and Broski. I'm kind of curious to see how it works for them too. Nick says, probably not worth it unless you want the certificate. Yeah, that's what I'm figuring. It's expensive, man. They want like $900 for the damn class. It's like, you know, I don't know. But you get a free bowling ball out of it. I was going to go last year, and then the travel expenses. I wish they had it in California. Like, why the hell did the guy that bought Innovative move his all the way out to, what is it, like Jacobus, Pennsylvania, in the middle of freaking nowhere? Like, I think that was the guy's hometown. The guy that bought Innovative was like, damn, dude. And I could see California as being an expensive place to run a business. I get it, but put it somewhere on the West Coast, man. Like, God, having to fly all the way out there. It was like way more money for travel expenses than the damn class was. It didn't even make sense to go all the way out there. And I haven't priced the one for Jayhawk out in Kansas, but that's also $900. But I guarantee that it's not as expensive a class to go to Kansas. Nick, probably not worth. Okay, Nick, true. I usually only copy what someone has from an existing ball. Yeah, that's pretty much what I would do. Do you go out and do you have a armadillo and go out and check the PAP on some of your buddies that you bowl balls for? Now, Mr. Tibbs, thanks for the reminder. Smashing the like button. Thank you, not Mr. Tibbs. Nick, well, I'm on the East Coast. Oh, right on. Damn, it's got to be pretty late over there. Thanks for staying up with me, man. What is it, like 11 o'clock over there? Holy moly. I had a viewer from Hawaii that emailed me yesterday. I was super stoked. The guy was super nice in the email. And he says, I really watch your videos. I love watching your videos. They're really informative and cool. And he's looking to buy his own drill press and get the jig and all that stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. I got people watching me all over. It's pretty cool. But Hawaii, what is it, 5 p.m. in Hawaii right now? One more. Oh yeah, that sucker's hot. Oh. All right, let's bring it back over here. I'll grab some more water, guys. Hold on 1 second. All right. Nick says, I check by looking at the first oil ring and tape method. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah, 11 p.m. It's okay. I'm at work until 5 a.m. in bed by 7. Oh, damn, you're the graveyard shift. I did a little bit of graveyard shift when I was in the Air Force. It is not fun. More power to you. It has its graveyard definitely has its pluses and minuses. Its positives and negatives, I should say. So, like when I was in the Air Force, graveyard shift, there's a lot of times there was no work. It's like your plane's gone or the plane's already fixed. Just chill out, watch TV. And if it was busy, then it was like really busy. Or you're fixing what day shift and swing shift couldn't fix. So it's like leave it for grave shift. They'll fix it. But yeah. And then if you're sleeping all day, a lot of the times they're sleeping all day long. And then they would be like, you go to work. Okay, we don't need you. Go home. It's like, no, put me to work. There's nothing for me to do. Everything's closed. I'm wide awake. I don't want to go back to the dormitory. Yeah, kudos to you, man, for doing grave shift. It takes a special human to do that. Okay. 3 9/16, 3 11/16. Perfect measurements, D-Lo. Looking good, man. Looking good. I tell you. Nick says, okay, 4:30 p.m. to 5 a.m. Monday through Thursday. Damn. Yeah, exactly. That was the thing I liked about. Well, we had a few bosses. Being in the Air Force, we had bosses. They were pretty chill though at nighttime. Definitely not like the day shift. Day shift was like the corporate. Everything's corporate and political. And night shift, you can kind of get away with a lot more. Yeah, no bosses to deal with. Hell yeah. Nobody looking over your shoulder. All right, here's a Jopo here. Let's do her fingers first. Let me get the centralizer out. All right. What size are these here? Can't even read this damn crap. Oh, 45. Okay. 45, 45. Got to bevel these bad boys. With my not so expensive beveler. Bevel sander here. Put that over there. Should be good for now. Oh, Ken, what's up, brother? How you doing? You didn't finish the story. What happened when you drilled for D-Lo and the Jopo didn't fit? So we had to scrap those balls. Oh no, I think we cut the Jopo down. I think one of his balls, I cut the Jopo down so it would fit a few of them. But those balls he pretty much got rid of because luckily his PAP changed. So those balls are all done deal, and he's the kind of guy that will not plug a ball. He doesn't want any plug balls. So everything's brand new for him. And so he didn't want to have the hassle of plugging. Maybe we'll change his mind because he's got so many balls that I think we're going to have to plug some of them just because it would be a waste if he didn't. But yeah, so luckily we've got it all figured out. So all it is 1/8 left pitch on his thumb. The rest of it's all 0. And so it fit. The last time I drilled it, he's like, so you did that 0-0, right? And I'm like, don't give me that. Don't do that to me. He did 0-0 trying to scare me. Because we had so much trouble with his thumb because every other PSO did something different. And I'm thinking like, I know I didn't mess it up. There's no way I messed it up. I did it exactly like it should be. So somewhere along the line, something got messed up with his numbers, and we're all squared away now. Nick, I made my own bevel tool out of a Dremel. Yeah, I got a Dremel too. Yeah, for doing it on the cheap, definitely get a Dremel. This thing was expensive. This is one of those things, like I was buying everything. I was just like, yeah, I'll buy this, I'll buy that. And I was like, what the hell, I'll buy this too. I was on a spending spree last Christmas, treat myself to all these presents, and I was just like, God damn, I'm freaking broke now. But yeah, definitely you can do it with a Dremel if you're on a budget, for sure. It is funny how everything bowling related is marked up crazy pricing. It's just like some of the stuff's just ridiculous. All right, now we put the fingers in here. 43. This looks pretty good with the purple grips. Really good. Matches that color exactly. I made a longer shaft on a lathe at work. Oh, nice. Man, if I worked in a machine shop like you, especially a grave shift, all the stuff you can tinker with. Do they get mad at you if you just like make your own? Can you make your own stuff there? Or do they get mad at you? Because I'd be like, oh man, what can I make tonight? I'd be like a kid in a candy store, man, if I was a machinist with all those machining tools and everything. like I said, my machinist that I go to get the jigs made, he's a local guy. And when I walked into his shop, you know, granted, this was the first I've ever been in like a machine shop, and I was just blown away with the milling machines that he had. I mean, just all computerized. And he told me, he's like, I don't do things by hand. Just FYI, I don't do things by hand. It's all computerized. I got to put everything in the computer, and the machine right there does it. And I'm like, how much does that machine cost? He's like, about $150,000. I'm like, holy crap. So yeah, all the jigs that I have made are made. He didn't pay $150,000. He got it on auction for a really good price. I can't remember what he told me, but it was still pretty darn expensive. It was like 40 or 50,000 bucks or something like that. But he's like, I put that in there. We put the design in the CAD system, and the machine makes it all to a precise tolerances and all that. So it's really cool. But yeah, going in there, I was just like, man, this stuff would be cool. I would love to have one of those mill machines in a garage. I mean, the possibilities are endless of what you can make. I just like, holy moly. They would never know. Yeah, they would never know. 150,000 is cheap for a mill machine. Yeah, I want to do maybe a video, go in there and just kind of like showcase. I don't know if he's cool with me filming in there and stuff. But just all the cool machines he has in there are just so cool. Like just everything at your disposal. He got lathes. He's got, like 2 mill machines. It's just, you put the piece of metal in there and it just does all the turning and drilling and cutting and stuff. And pretty cool. But I can see how it can add up because you got all these chucks all around. They have to be precise tolerances and all that. Some production machines with multi-spindles can cost $500 to $1 million. Holy crap. What kind of mill? Oh, I don't even know the name. I couldn't even tell you. I didn't look at it that close. I'm kind of clueless when it comes to that stuff because it's just way more complex. It's super complex. To me, it's super complex. And I just go in there with my mouth wide open going, I trust you, man. Like, I mean, I don't know the name brand, but it's this big old giant unit. It probably takes up like a quarter of my garage, a quarter of a normal garage. And it's got glass. You can see inside there and stuff. And it's got all this lubricating water that shoots in there, or liquid or whatever that shoots in there to keep it cool while I was doing all the cutting. Next time I go in there, I'll try to find out for you. I'll probably go in there this week or next week to have some more jigs made, and I'll ask them. All right, screwdriver here. All right, I'll try to get this stream done a little bit. I know I'm kind of going a little bit over. I was doing a lot of Pro Shop stuff today. So I'm a little bit behind. Boom, inserts in. little bit of glue there. Let's see. Oh, let's see. It's my fault I don't shut up. Yeah. No, it's good, man. No, thanks for keeping the stream active. I would appreciate it. It'd probably be dead silent otherwise. I gotta come up with witty things to say. I'm not always that witty. All right, where's that Jopo at? What do I do? Here we go. I've come across this sometimes. Like I will drill 2 different balls, and then one Jopo, like on the Criterion, fit good, and then this one, it gets tight right here. And it's like, I didn't do anything different. So I'm gonna get the dead blow hammer just to make sure this puppy goes in there. I think it might be the inner core material, whatever that's made of. Probably different on the Criterion. Yeah, it depends on the core and the ball. Sometimes it makes the drill deflect. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice clean hole. I mean, it makes the same clean hole, but it's like certain Jopos just do weird stuff. What was the other one that was tight? Was the hammer axe. Same thing. I was trying to put that Jopo in there. What the hell? I'm doing a tournament. Got our tournament. D'Lo and Broski and I are doing a tournament. Oh, I think Gramps is doing it too. Out in Delta Bowl. That should be exciting. That's next month. Hopefully I can get some brackets and come home with some money. Broski's average is a lot lower than mine, so he got better chance of getting some money. Okay, here we go. Get it. Boom. We are locked in. So yeah, so that's what I do if the Jopo doesn't fit in super snug and I don't feel like beveling the crap out of the inside, because I've done that. It just takes forever. If you just get a dead blow hammer, get it down as far as you can and just be quick with the blows until it goes all the way down. Don't slam it, otherwise you'll probably break it. It's only plastic, so you might break it. Seems to work for me. It's not very often that I have to do that. I've probably done that maybe 3 times so far with all the balls I have, so it's pretty rare. I'm thinking it could be the plastic Jopo too, because when I did Broski's theorem, it went in super smooth. I didn't have to hammer it in. So I'm thinking maybe the Jopos are a little bit, maybe some of them are a little warped, maybe. They're not all perfectly shaped. Who knows? All right, so what I did, oh, I got to put that in there. Centralizer, can't have it without that. What I'm going to do is cut both Jopos down. So I just save them for the very end. So if I'm drilling up like 3 or 4 balls, I'll just wait for the very end. That way I raise the table up once, and I can just do all the balls once I raise that table up there. Not Mr. Tibbs. I noticed the Jopo in my Theorem Solid you drilled last week. The inner is tighter and has a bit harder time going into the average ball. Huh. I also didn't cut the top of that as well, too. So that could have had something to do with it. I didn't, because when I cut it down, I didn't bevel it because it was already flush. So maybe if I beveled it with a bevel knife, it would have fit a little bit better. Nick, you don't want to have to hammer. You don't want to have to hammer it in. That's when you will have problems with it be tighter with the thumb going in and out. Nick, it's the core of the ball. It's a different density. One tip is to keep running the drill in and out slower. Okay. Yeah, probably just going too fast. Ken Kong. All my equipment is Jopo and recently had a pitch change to relieve pain. I love the new fit. I don't know if I should build a new arsenal or plug and re-drill for new pitch. Either way, big bucks. Yeah, you're in a conundrum, my friend. I would say, shoot. Yeah, because it's going to be expensive either way you go. Well, time to get some new balls, Ken. Time for a new arsenal. You can always use a new arsenal. This is what I think. If you have to re-drill and plug, you're not going to be able to sell that. If you want to end up selling that ball, because personally, I will only buy a ball if it's plugged once. Like I won't buy a ball that's plugged twice or 3 times. It's kind of pointless. At that point, you just need to buy a brand new ball. All right, taking this sticker off here. Do you want, if you're still watching, D-Lo, do you want me to trim these down? I don't know if you can see that. I don't really bother with trimming mine down to level. I just kind of make it. Sometimes I do, but I don't know if you're super picky with that. I can cut it for you if you want. Just let me know. Nick, if it's not much of a pitch change, you can only drill a new inner for the pitch change. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you're like what 1/16 or 1/8 off or something like that. I tried doing different pitches when I first got this drill press, and stupid me, I'm like, oh God, I just messed up the whole pitch on everything. So my thumbs some of my thumbs, they're just indented a little bit. It's not much of a factor, but I didn't go crazy. I went like probably 1/16 to 1/8 difference. It wasn't that much, but a little bit will make a big, just changing it, 3/16. You'll see a difference in the way that Jopo fits. That yeah, but you can always alter the inner. You can make a couple different inners, and that's what I believe that's what D-Lo did. I think he made a couple new inners to fit the new when that other PSO drilled his balls. All right, so we're going to raise the table up here. Let's bring you over here. Oh, okay. Denny Lowe says, don't worry about it. You got it. Okay. Grandpa, if you don't mind what you get, then mystery boxes would save you quite a bit to build an arsenal. Spend the extra $10 to be more specific as to what you want for a ball. You know, that's a damn good idea, Grumpa. You know, if I would almost suggest like anybody that's brand new to bowling and they have like they want to build like a 6-ball arsenal. I almost wanted to do this for the video for the channel is just buy 6 mystery balls, and that's your arsenal. just go after what they give you, and they'll get. You don't have to pay the extra $10 if you're getting 6 balls. They're going to pretty much make an arsenal for you. Like every ball I get, I don't pay the extra $10 to tell them what I'm looking for because I've read places. I've read places where they say they paid the extra $10 and they didn't get what they asked for. It's like, you know, I paid you $10, but you didn't give me what I wanted. Well, that's tough. You know, we get you what we have available. Like, well, what's the point of that? So I wouldn't even bother with the extra $10 unless you have personal experience of you specifically asking them for something and they gave you. Like if you want to, I saw some people ask for a solid and they got a pearl and they paid an extra $10. So I don't know what the hell's going on there. I'd be kind of pissed. But nowhere in all my 6-ball mystery balls that I pay an extra $10, and they pretty much made me a pretty damn good arsenal, I'd say. And like the last one, I said if they were building me an arsenal, I was due a solid. And it's a hybrid, but it's a pretty damn strong hybrid. It's almost like the same as a solid, but the Track Paragon. Yeah, that'd be good. I would love to watch that. Somebody just buying 6 balls off from Bowling World. They'd probably give you some damn good balls too. You'd be saving so much money. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's do a little fun circles here. Uh-oh, D-Lo, what I didn't notice. Uh-oh. Cut into the label. Oh crap. I just noticed that right now. Hopefully you won't mind that, D-Lo. This is a new layout we're trying. That's just where it ended up. I wouldn't judge it until you roll it. It'd probably be really damn good for you. It's only cutting into the corner. It didn't take out the full name, don't worry. See, Nick says sometimes a pitch change also comes with a span change. Yeah. Yep. Grumpa from Bowling World. I got Effect Tour, Hazmat Pearl, Snapshot, Troublemaker Solid, and Hater Pearl by paying the extra $10. I got most of them during their 40th birthday, so points and discount was $85. Damn. Yeah, I've been pretty much paying $89 per ball. I use the points I get. I bought my EXJ from them, and I got a crap load of points from that one. Damn. Yeah, my birthday's coming up too, so I think they give you like what 500 points for your birthday or something like that. Like they're really generous for their points. I love Bowling World. Yeah, that's a pretty good lineup. I'd say that's a good arsenal right there. Yeah, Troublemaker Solid. Our buddy Russell that's on our team, he got I talked him into getting his very first surprise ball, and he ended up getting a Troublemaker Solid. And I was like, damn, dude, that's a good-ass ball. He's all, is it? I said, yeah, man, like, keep that thing. So he's all stoked. He didn't know anything about bowling. He got a Deviate. He's like, Deviate good? And then like a couple weeks later, he comes to the league with a Deviate backpack. I'm like, where'd you get that? I was like, I bought it. So he just loves to deviate now. Pretty funny. All right. All right, we'll get Broski's over here as Criterion. I'm not a big fan of this colorway, but the damn Criterion Hybrid, holy crap, is that thing beautiful. But you don't really hear too much about the hybrid. Nobody really talks about that. So maybe it'll go discount, and then I could buy it. Put you up here. Okay, let's see. Nick says mine too, September 22nd. Oh yeah, your birthday, right on. Yeah, mine's coming up in a week or so. Denny Lowe, 300 ball for sure. Denny Lowe, laughed my ass off. All good, brother. Yeah, with the thing. Yep. Yeah, you know, like I said, when we tried different layouts, like this same layout came close to his too, just because yours has a bigger logo. It almost took out the C on his too, so you're good. Deviate backpack. Yep, that's what he did. He's all deviate now. Grumpa, I just give them my stats, what type I was looking for, and a small list of specific balls. They gave me one of the balls on the list every time. Damn. Just wish it had been the Evoke Hysteria. Dude, if they gave out motive balls, I think everybody'd be buying mystery balls or surprise balls for $100. Right on. Trevor says my birthday's on September 8th. Right on, man. I know a lot of people born in August and September. Most of my friends are. Okay. Let's get our bevel knife out here. I think on my first ball that I was drilling, I started, I didn't really know what I was doing, so I was beveling the inside of the Jopo. And then when I put my inner in, I'm like, oh, that's why they tell us not to do that. Damn jackass. So any new drama in the bowling world? What's going on? We all forgot about Darren Tang already, or what? I haven't been following up with the drama going on. Okay, let's see here. All right, you're all done, D-Lo. Ready to go. 300 ball right here. If I was watching X in the Pit channel this morning, and they were doing a breakdown on the best asymmetrical of so far the balls of the year, best asymmetrical, best symmetrical, best pearl, all that stuff. And Quentin had, in the very beginning of the stream, he just said, if you don't have the theorem solid, get it. Everybody should have a theorem solid. And that was before he even reviewed it. I don't know if he's rolled that yet in a review. I don't think they've reviewed this ball yet, have they? I haven't been paying attention. But this should be a pretty good ball. I'm going to wait a little bit. I like my hybrid, but if everybody screams about this ball, I may have to get one. All right, let's clean this up just a little bit more for D-Lo. D-Los are perfectionists. We like do everything perfect for D-Lo. Yeah. I do everything perfect for everybody, but I don't want D-Lo giving me the side eye for something. All right, sticker residue off. Lines are off, and you are set, my friend. Here we go. One theorem solid coming up. You're going to roll this. When you want to roll this? I'll be out there tomorrow. I can bring it out. All right, Criterion. Grumpa, I'm sure we'll have new drama soon enough, yeah. I know ZVL and Brunswick have drama now. If you guys haven't seen that, it's pretty funny. Looks like we got some YouTubers hating on other YouTubers because they're successful. Let's see. Nick, he put out an apology video probably because of sponsorships. Yeah. Grumpa, they did, but I can't recall who got it. I forgot what that was in relation to. Daniel, appreciate you. You got it, man. Made in Mexico sticker is off the ball. Now, I know there's like some tradition of not taking the sticker off until you get your first strike or something. Is that how it goes? That's what people do on, yes, I watch it on the YouTube videos. Well, now I can take my sticker off. Okay. Sure. Yeah, we need to bevel that a little more. Sticking that a little bit. Grandpa, it's been crazy. Zach from ZVL is actually a really nice guy. I talked to him earlier today. Oh, he's a super nice guy. Yeah. So, yeah, if you guys don't know, ZVL cannot use any video from anything that's been posted by Brunsnick, or I don't know the whole story. Maybe you can clarify it. I think he used like some footage he didn't get permission to use or something like that, and Brunsnick reported him for stealing it, and it was maybe like a 5-second clip or something like that. I don't even know what it was all about, but and then on the Wednesday Radical podcast, they kind of threw some shots at him about the urethane, checking the urethane when he did that video and checking the urethane density in his kitchen. It's like Phil and Brunsnick seem to be like gatekeepers. They're like trying to be gatekeepers. It's like, dude, chill out, man. Just worry about your own damn self. It's funny. I tell you, man, if I was running Brunswick, the company, and I had somebody like that creating drama, you'd be out of there in a friggin' heartbeat, dude. Like, no. You got to represent the brand, dude. Don't be talking smack about other people or, you know. They talk a lot of smack on that Wednesday podcast too, man. It's like, and it's like they're representing a company when they do that. And I know they say, I think they say, we're not responsible, but it's like, dude, you do, man. You got to watch what you say, dude. Let's see. Nick, bowling snobs. Yeah, they are. Definitely bowling snobs. Doesn't it seem like there's a lot of those in bowling? Holy moly. We can use a lot less of those type of people. Good God. Like, dude, you bowl, man. It's fun. It's supposed to be fun. A lot of people take the fun out of it, man. I think the word I'm looking for with a lot of bowlers is jaded. And everybody's just, there's so many jaded people, whether it's, you know, the guys that have been doing league for 50 years are just, oh, yeah, they're just a lot of people stuck in their ways and resistant to change. And it's like, that's why you're unhappy, dude. You got to change, man. You got to go with the flow. And we are golden, broski. Okay, let's see. Grandpa says he used footage and had followed the rules for YouTube by giving kudos to Nick for his video clip, but Nick didn't care. Yeah. Grumpa, I only watch her podcast of the wheel anymore. Yep. It's exactly why. I don't even watch it. I put in my name and I come back an hour and 10 minutes later. I used to watch it. And they just like two people just rambling on for an hour and a half. It's like, dude, I mean, shit, I ramble on, but I think the majority of people do the same as you, Grumpa. They're just like, they just want to win a ball. They just want to win a prize. So sometimes they talk about some decent stuff, but you can kind of tell that they don't really jive together. They don't really like each other in real life. Can't stand them anymore. Yeah. Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Holy moly. I thought I was like, do I just don't have patience for these guys anymore? Or they just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm glad somebody agrees with me on that. Nick, I agree. The bowling fool. Good. Awesome. Cool. I'm not alone here. Thank you. You the man, the bowling fool. Not Mr. Tips. They seem to whine constantly. Yeah, I've noticed that too lately. It's like, holy crap. All they do is complain. If you guys watched the last video they did, they don't watch my channel, so I don't give a shit. But it was like, Phil's like, yeah, these guys that win tournaments, they come and they try to be on our team, on our staff. And then I guess he saw some guy's YouTube channel that was missing his spots or whatever. And he called up, I don't know what ball, either it's one of the Brunswick brands, but he called them up and said, did we give this guy a bowling ball? Why are we giving this guy a bowling ball? He can't even hit his lines. And the guy he wasn't on staff. It was just like me, like somebody rolling a bowling ball, just showing what a ball can do and not hitting the spots. He's not a pro. It's like, dude, you're missing the boat on your customer base. Your customer base, probably 80 to 90% of them are league bowlers that miss their spot. They miss their spot. They're not perfect, man, but they're the ones out there giving you your paycheck, man. They're the ones out there buying your damn bowling ball. So when he said those comments last time, I was just like, I almost don't want to buy a Radical ball anymore, man. It's like, go F yourself, man. Like, yeah, I'm just kind of like, the last episode kind of turned me off. I'm like, just like, they're just like, they're whiners and complainers. They don't know how good they have it. And then they have a reason, then they want some kind of reason to complain. It's like, dude, you have it made, man. You own a bowling ball company, bro. You're raking in the dough, man. Like, your customers are the ones watching you. The customers are the ones that are just regular bowlers like you and me. Let's see. Nick, I put it on my drive to work also for the wheel. Yeah. Not Mr. Tibbs. I believe urethane. Oh, hold on. The cat's getting into trouble over here. What are you doing over here? Get out of mischief here. Okay. Yeah, I think everybody does it for the wheel. Not Mr. Tibbs. I believe urethane should be banned just because I want to watch them lose their minds. Oh, they would freaking lose their minds. Yeah. I was reading somewhere that is something going to happen to the USB-C? Are they going to try to eliminate the USB-C? I don't know. Maybe I heard something wrong. I don't know about that. They say keep it made in USA. You know what? Another thing I find funny about every Monday, Phil does a video. It's like a 2-minute video. And I think Mo used to have like 5-minute Mondays or something like this. And I think Phil does the 2-minute Monday kind of as is in tradition. And on one of them that I watched, I pretty much watched them all. I went back and watched most of them. And then on one of them, he says, do not sand the bowling ball. We've done all the extensive research we can on the bowling ball that we made. We put it the surface that we want you to bowl it at. That's the way it is supposed to be. So don't touch it. And then like a year later, he does a video. Yeah, we're going to sand our bowling balls to make it do what we want to do. So go ahead and sand your bowling balls. It's like, dude, make up your mind. What the hell are you talking about, dude? So yeah, they're just kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of funny. All right, let's see. I'll get a little bit of sanding paper, just kind of smooth this out, broski, and then we'll be done with that. And if anybody has any last minute questions, feel free to type them down below. Anything about drilling, the jig. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's do a 2000. That should work here. Oh, wait, I don't want that one. Let's go 3000. Yeah, put them in the comments, because I'm gonna end the stream in a little bit here. There we go. Nick, everybody's style is different. You need to adjust the surface as needed. Yep. Yeah, look at one of his past Monday videos. Though, it was funny because he was like, "Do not sand the ball at all. We've done, we've tested this ball out thoroughly, and that's the way the ball should roll. You just need to bowl better." I always sand the balls. I always make them. If they're not working for me, I'll touch them up and see what I can do with them before I give them away. Or I give up on it. All right, you are all set, broski. One criterion. Oh, I didn't clean up the lines here. Hold on. Grandpa, I swear Phil is the kind of guy that yells, "Get off my..." Yeah. "Get off my lawn, you no-gooder." He definitely is. Just a grumpy old man. Just so unhappy. All the guy does is bitch and complain. I think that's also where he's from too. He's from where's he from? Brooklyn or something like that. So I think that's the New Yorker in him. "I'm walking here." That's the kind of guy he is. All right, what we got here? Okay. Boom. Nick, just like your high road 40. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they put that. I always forget the name. Oh, Power Edge. That's what it is. I always forget the name of that damn polish. Power Edge finish does not jive with me. So yeah, I took that ball took the high road 40 down to 2000 grit, and it performed flawlessly. All right, so yeah, like I said, Nick, I think you joined after I showed these, so you might want to take a look at these. This is Etsy designs. These are silicone dams that are pretty cool. If you go on RNZ Designs on Etsy, sorry, they make molds for silicone. I'm gonna try these out on when I do the fingers and see how they work. I may do a little video on them, but I think that's it, guys. So I want to thank everybody for watching, tuning in tonight. I was kind of just rambling there for a little bit, kind of working a little bit slower than usual. Thanks for all the stories and things everybody said. I appreciate it. Let's see. Grandpa, I just refinished 7 balls today. If I didn't sand them, then they'd be sitting in the closet. Do you have a ball spinner? Because I know that if you don't have a ball spinner, you're doing it by hand. It's a pain in the ass. Holy moly. Grandpa, when you use Power Edge, what sanding steps do you use before it? No, I don't have Power Edge. It came with the ball. It came with the High Road 40. So when I rolled it right out of box, it was like, this ball isn't doing crap. It just didn't do anything. And I was bowling on dry lanes too. It's my 16-pound High Road. So I don't have Power Edge, but I do have regular, just Carnauba wax that I got from Walmart. It's the same stuff as the CTD polish. True Cut polish or whatever. It's like the same crap. But if I wanted to, I'd probably do like a 1,000 or 1,500 and then put that on afterwards. I did that on some of my balls and it worked out pretty good. But if I'm sanding a ball, I really don't put polish on it after. I don't really do that. So if I sand a ball, I leave it like that, because after a couple games, or after a couple frames, it goes up. If you sand it at 1,500, it's going to be up like 3,000 by frame 5, just because it's going through all the ball return and going down the lane and all that. So yeah, what I'm gonna do with the Stealth Solid that I got is I'm gonna do it just like the factory. I'm gonna try to take all the nicks out of it and make it look like a brand new ball. I'm gonna get, what I think it's a 500,000, 1,500, the Stealth Solid, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do 500,000, 1,500, or 500,000, or whatever it calls for. I'm gonna do that, and then make it look brand new, and hopefully the ball acts like it's brand new again. We'll see. Another thing I want to do too is if you watch, what's that guy, 220 Average Bowler, he does some crazy stuff with the balls, like that 20-pound ball that he uses. My alley would probably be very upset if I put weights in my ball, but I'm really tempted to do something like that. Like, now that I got all this stuff, I want to put, like, drill some hole down in here and put like some kind of lead fishing weights or something. Make it like super heavy, and because if you ever watch him roll that 20-pound ball, it's like, holy crap, just explodes the pocket every time. So it'd be kind of fun to do something like that, but I'm not sure my alley would be too happy with me. I'm surprised that Delta Bowl allows him to do that. Delta Bowl is about a little over an hour from where I live, and they let him do that stuff. It's pretty surprising. Like, he's rolling these glass balls or these stones down the lane. He's having the guy in the back catch it so that it doesn't go in the ball return. I'm just like, damn, you must pay your alley a lot of money to be able to do that stuff, unless they're just really super cool with you. And I think he thanks him too for, letting him do that stuff too. So it's probably a good advertisement for him. But I wonder how many people go into Delta Bowl and go, hey man, can I throw a round stone down your lane? Okay, so I'll read a last of the comments and then we'll call it a night. Okay. Where are we at? Nick, hey, careful. They will probably leak. Like I said, use plumber's putty. Yeah, I was telling the broski about the putty. And I forgot who told me about it, so maybe it was you that was telling me about the putty. Plumber's putty. And once it hardens, you just peel the putty off and then cut it down. Is that how that works? Not Mr. Tips. Thanks, Ryan. You got it, brother. Grandpa, thankfully, I got a 1/2 horsepower spinner. Oh, right on, man. Yeah, the spinners are a lifesaver. I was doing this before I had a spinner, and I told Brosi, I don't need a spinner. I do this stuff by hand. And then once my ball arsenal got up to like 12 to 15 balls, I'm like, yeah, I kind of need a spinner. So I bought a spinner. Definitely, if you don't have a spinner, get one, because they're awesome. Not only sand them, but you can polish them, and you can, when you're refinishing, especially if you're plugging balls, you're definitely going to need it. There's no way you can get this smooth without a ball spinner after you plug a ball. Grumpa, thanks for another awesome stream. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Like I said, next week I'm going to be out of town, so I may live stream like an hour. I may go down to the local bowling alley where I'm going to be at, maybe live stream for an hour or so. If not, then I'll just skip next week. It'll be advertised. I'll put it on there if I'm going to do it or not. And then if not next week, then the following week. And the following week, I have major changes coming on to this area right here. Major changes. So there's going to be major changes at the Bowling Fools Pro Shop garage here. DIY garage, I should say. It's going to be exciting. So you definitely want to tune into that. It's going to be really cool. Ken Kong, great show. See you next time. Thanks, Ken. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. Until next time, my brother. Nick, it was me. Okay, cool. Yep, our reusable. Awesome. And it's probably pretty cheap, too. Plumber's putty. I'm going to go have to buy some of that. I'd probably go buy it. Do I have to buy that at a specialty store? Or can I get that like on Amazon or Ace Hardware or something? Or maybe even Home Depot? By the way, Broski and Dilo, if you're still watching, when do you want these balls? Like I said, I'm going to be out there. We'll be out there tomorrow bowling, and I guess I'll just bring the balls out there tomorrow. And then Dilo, you can get the ball from Broski then. Cool. Oh, it's like less than $5. Oh crap! Cool. And how many times can you use it? I mean, I have to show you this. This is too funny. Try to find the cat. There you are, babe loves. My cat trying to sleep. Okay, I'll bring him over. Cool. Yeah, Nick, how many times can you use them before you have to get more? Well, for $5, you could probably do a whole bunch. Yeah. Yeah, my cat's name is Tawny. She's the best cat ever. And she, everywhere I go, she goes. I swear she was like a dog in her past life. She follows me everywhere I go. And every time in the morning, she lays on me. I mean, just a very loyal cat. Reusable as long as you want. Okay, cool. All right, everybody. I think that'll be it. So have a good week. If you guys are doing league, good luck in league. Kick some butt. And then if you have any questions for me at all, once this video goes live, you can just post a comment on there or whatnot, or email me at thebowlingfool@gmail.com, and I'll be sure to answer your questions. And if I'm not on live stream next week, then have a good next week, or happy next week, and then I will see you the following week. And yeah, so thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the love and support. Until next time.